Hello everyone, welcome back to the shop. Ed's Metalworks. We got a little job we're going to do today for the groundskeeper around here. In other words, me. But let's walk out. We'll take a look at what I want to do and why I want to do it. I'm always trying to make improvements to make my life a little easier, and with the help of my welder, sometimes I can get that accomplished. But anyway, here's what we're gonna do. Okay, we have this hose reel here. I got 100 foot of hose on it, which is nice, but every time I go to drag it out or roll the reel out, either it tips over, whole thing tips over, or it rolls away and kinks the hose or something. But what I want to do is I'm going to build a 2-post stand for this, maybe a little higher also, to cement in the ground so that it's more or less a permanent location for this hose reel. We'll use the same reel that we got here and just make a new 2-post bracket for it, and eventually dig some holes and cement her in the ground so that I can yank on it to my heart's delight and it don't go nowhere. Anyway, that's the project we got going. I'll show you what we're going to use here in a minute and be right back. Alright, here we go. This is what we're going to use for our hose reel bracket. I had some of this, I don't know, it's a little like I-beams. I don't know where I got it. They're galvanized, which isn't the best thing to work with, but we'll grind the galvanizing off in the spots we want to do some welding in. Here's the basic plan. We're going to make these 40 inches tall. It looks like I think I'll have about a foot in the ground. And then they're 23 3/4 apart. That's to the center of the holes for the reel mount. There's the reel mount. But we're going to use this 1.5 by 1/4 for the reel mount. And like I said, we'll use this little I-beam material for the framework. Yeah, I'll get you set up here and we'll do some cutting. See where we come out. Alrighty, we got you set up by the little saw here. Little Chicago Electric. Good old faithful, been around forever. But we'll get some metal cut for this project. Like I said, this is galvanized, so we'll have to do a little grinding on it to remove the galvanized to do some welding. Got a little cutting oil in here, and away we go. Upright, 2 legs, 40 inches. I cut the 2 little brackets to make the hose reel mounts. These will have to have some holes drilled in them. Sorry about that wobbly camera. I need to get some better tripods or camera holding equipment. I'm going to keep doing these jobs. Should modify this saw like a lot of YouTubers have done and put a coolant pump on it rather than giving it a squirt of that oil each time, but it seems to serve me well the way it is. Alrighty. Got these done. Have to come over here and lay out, kind of lay out my legs so I know how wide to make this cross brace in here. Gonna be about like that. And then these are gonna get welded on here. Of course, we got to drill some holes in here for the mounts for the hose reel out there. Let's go ahead and set this up so I know how wide I got to make that cross piece. We need 22 3/4. Basically to the center of these. So we'll just make it 22 3/4 the center of these posts here. Just approximately 22 3/4. 22 3/4. This is no scientific deal by any means, but we got a little wiggle room. Okay, 22 3/4. That's close enough. So we need, for our cross brace, we need one that's going to be 21 1/4. So we'll cut that 21 1/4 inch piece out of what's remaining over here. $21 1/4. $21 1/4. Let's double check that real quick if we can. Okay, we got our 22 3/4. Center to center. We can go outside to inside and that'll give us a measurement, 22 3/4. So we're 21 1/4 inside. Alrighty, we'll go ahead and set up and drill that now. Or not drill, cut that piece now. Go back over here to the saw. Give her a little lube. Let her rip. We still got a choke left over for the next project now. Anyway, this piece here, down in here, I got to be down about 13 inches, it says, from the top. My drawing. That's basically my framework. I gotta lay out my holes in here, and we'll get this ground up, and so we can do some welding. Bring you back when I get all that grinding done. Thought we'd talk a little bit about laying out these hole patterns for these top brackets for the reel to mount to. Anyway, I don't know. I made this set of scribes years and years ago, but it's as you can see, they're marked 7/8, 1/4 inch, so forth. Anyway, it's real handy to be able to grab one of these when you're working with anything really. Sheet metal is what I build them for mainly, but like this one here is a 3/8. So you got, you see that scribe's a nice 3/8 line. Oh, I'm sorry, it's 5/8. I was saying that looks like a hell of a big 3/8, but it's 5/8. But anyway, scribes us a nice 5/8 line along there. And you can tune them in to be really, really exact by filing these points and your cutout here. I got a couple different styles that I've made. These are square ones. They're got 4 corners that are like this one's a 1/4, 1/2, 3/4, and 1 inch. So, you know, got down to 1/8 inch here. They come in handy for scribing sheet metal, for doing bends, but just something you can whip out. If you got a little bandsaw or like a bevelly type shear, you can cut these grooves out here. So just thought I'd share that information with you. We got these marked out. We'll go ahead and give them a punch. And head down to the drill. We'll probably put a 3/8 hole in here, so we can use about whatever size screw we want. It looks like they're about a 3/4 or a 1/4 inch screw in the unit right now, but that's we'll give ourselves a little wiggle room. Maybe 5/16 will go. Let's go down here to the drill press and get these drilled out. Let's see if I can find a spot to set you guys. I need about 3 hands when you do all this filming and fabricating. I don't know how them guys do it most of the time, but anyway, we're down here at the drill press. We'll get these drilled out. Let's go 5/16. I mentioned, if you watch my shop tour videos, I have foot controls on my drill presses. I'll show you here. Foot pedals, both drill presses. Works out good to, I feel like I get better control with what I'm doing here. And if you get in trouble, you don't have to be searching for the switch real quick. You just take your foot off the pedal and get slow or shut off real quick. Alrighty, we got this other one set up here for deburring. Looks like I need a larger countersink on here to deburr it. A lot of times we just run this one in here most of the time. That pretty much covers them all. Deburr these holes. Always deburr your holes and your edges. It's shows your professionalism. I always tell everybody, no sharp edges anywhere. Alright, we get these holes nicely deburred. We'll go down the belt sander and do the edges, and I think we're ready to do some welding after that. I'll bring you back when we get set up again. Alright, we'll get set up to grind this galvanizing off of here. Get ready for doing some welding. gonna go get my respirator. I better put that on, grinding this galvanized. I'll be right back. I'll bring you back here when I'm done doing all this grinding. That's not too exciting to watch, so we'll be right back. Alrighty everyone, we're gonna get this thing welded together. I do have a fan going in the background to ventilate the area a little bit. I'm using my Miller-Matic 200 MIG welder. There's 70S mild steel welding rod in there. But we're gonna weld this hose reel bracket together. I get this measurement right. 13. probably put some cold galvanizing spray on these welded areas and just leave it galvanized. But bury this a foot in the ground down here, and we'll have a nice steady base for my hose reel out there. Well, we'll get around to digging the holes there in the next couple of days, and I'll bring you back. Well, here we are back on the project. We got our bracket all painted up. We used some cold galvanizing material or spray paint on there, and got our holes dug, got everything leveled out and spaced out. We're gonna go ahead and mix up a couple bags of cement here and get this thing planted. It didn't seem too bad a job. We'll give you a picture or shot of the finished product when we get her all done here. Well, we got this project done. It's got a nice permanent base now. We took the reel off of this cart here, and as you saw, fabbed this nice base. It's buried about a foot in the ground with concrete around it. Bag and a half, a 60-pound bag of that concrete mix ready to go. But it sure is nice that now it don't roll away, it don't tip over, and it's at a little bit better height for doing the cranking on it, which is nice. Anyway, I feed the water, the hydrants inside my shed, and I don't know if you can see this here, but that's just an RV hose cover where you hook up your water on an RV. But it works great for these metal buildings to punch a hole and run something through the side of your building, and then it's got a little door on it that when you take the hose out of it in the winter time, you can seal it up. But we'll go inside and take a look at that. There's a picture of that on the inside. The hydrant's in here in the corner, but that's my rainwater barrel in case anybody's asking or thinking about it. But anyway, we got this project done. Came out quite nice. It was a good little project, quick and easy. Like I said, just digging a couple holes was the hardest part of the deal, but it was a much needed deal for the groundskeeper, me. So thanks for watching, you guys, and like and subscribe if you will, and we'll catch you on the next one.